Hello and welcome to this latest video on an AQA problem solving question from a past paper. We're going to be looking at this paper from the 2018 paper 1. So this is from a non-calculated paper, this one, and it is a nice 6 marker as well. So we've got 300 passengers that are going on a coach trip. Each coach takes 50 passengers. So for every one coach we're going to have 50 passengers, and each passenger pays £25. It says the costs for each coach are shown below. So we've got to pay the driver £90 and the fuel is 70p per mile. And each coach, so one coach, travels 200 miles. And it says work out the total profit the company makes from this trip. So a little bit of tip for you with profit. Profit is always your income minus your costs. So you need to know those two things. So what I would suggest you do is you maybe split your page in two into income and costs. Okay, so if you pause your video and have a go, and then I'll talk through it. Okay, so let's have a little look then. So first of all, if we deal with our costs, well, there's only actually one sort of source for this really. So we've got those 300 people who are paying £25 each. Well, that's going to be £7,500. So that's going to be our income. Now our costs, we've got to pay the drivers. We need to know how many drivers we need to start with. Well, if we've got 300 passengers and we have 50 passengers per coach, means we're going to need 6, so 300 divided by 50 is 6. 90 times 6 is going to be 540. So I'm just going to write down here coaches there, and that's the pay for the drivers just there. Then we've got the petrol. This is the tricky bit here. So if we do it for one coach first, so we've got 200 times 7. So 70, sorry. So that's going to be 2 7s, which is 14. Then we've got 3 zeros there. Now that's in pence, remember, because the 70 is in pence. So remember there are 100 pennies in a pound. So if we divide that by 100, we get £140, and that's the fuel for one coach just there. So I'm just going to write that down there. But we've got 6 coaches. So we've now got to do 14 times 6, 140 times 6, sorry. And that's going to give us 840 on that. So if you wasn't sure that that was the answer, you might want to do it like this. So 0 times 6 is 0. 4 times 6 is 24. So you write your 4 there. Put your 2 over here. Your 2 remainder there. 1 times 6 is 6. Add on your 2 and you get 8. So it's £840 for all 6 coaches. Sorry, I've not got much space, for the writing's a bit messy there. So now we've got to add together these costs. So we've got 540 that we're giving the drivers. We've got 840 that we've got to pay for the petrol. That's it, isn't it? So if we add those together, we've got 0 there. 4 add 4 gives you 8 there. 8 add 5 is going to give you 13 just there. So we've got 1,380 for our costs. So now we need to do a subtraction. So we've got 7,500 minus 1,380. So 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 8 you can't do. So we're going to borrow 1 from here. This becomes a 4. 10 minus 8 then gives you 2. Yeah. And 4 minus 3 gives you 1. 7 minus 1 gives you 6. So your final answer is this 6,120. This is your profit for that one. And here is a nice solution from the exam board here, so it's a bit smaller text form there, but you can see they were doing what I was doing. They had a bit more space though. So look at this here. You can see after each step they've written down what they've done. So that's a really good tip for you. Make sure you write down what you've done at each step. So whether that's the number of coaches, the petrol costs, whatever it is, write it down. Okay. All right, and that's it for this video. Thank you very much for listening. Bye bye.